Again, welcome in my shed, wooden shed, for all our gardening and planting jobs. Today, it's a time to repot my tomato plants. Look at that! Look at those beauties. If you watched my previous video, you know that those tomato plants, they are from my French neighbor. I think he does this for a living actually. I actually find out recently this is what he does. He has got loads of them in his garden, plant them every year, and then I think he actually sell them, maybe not on the market, but for to our family and friends. And like I said on my previous video, when we were actually sowing them, I've explained that he gave me a little pot. There is little pot with seeds for those tomato. Look at those, they are beautiful. Compare to the one bought in a shop. So that's the big tomato, raspberry tomato from Poland that we were sowing at the same time. Look at the difference. Yes, I know there are different kind of plants, there are different kind of tomato, so they would grow different way and they will look different way. I get that, but I think they are bigger and healthier than those ones. Who knows? But they're looking good. So what we're gonna do today, as you can see, is time to repot them. When do we repot tomato? First of all, we have to wait for the tomato to grow extra set of leaves. So our tomato plants start with only 2 leaves and it grows. Then when we grow another 2 set of leaves, so 4 altogether, 4 minimum, it's a time to repot to a bigger pot, because as you can see, they're big plants and they've only got a small pot, so they need more food to grow. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna repot them here. I've got loads of them. In some of them I actually put double, because with my luck nothing will grow. And look at those, every single one of those seeds grown. So I have got way too many, again, like I did last year, but I'm probably gonna give them away. We also have got the big raspberry tomato from Poland. Every single one of them, I had a double in one of those. Oh, actually no, this one didn't grow. So why one didn't, but I have got double in another pot. So we have got 8 of them here in this tray. The only one thing that did not grow at all, not even one, it was the red cherry tomato. Why? I don't know. I don't know. There were the little tiny seeds. They were coated in like a pink coating. They look like a little pearls. If you want to see what I'm talking about, please watch my previous video when we were actually sowing them. There is a picture of those little seeds, and I wasn't sure and I didn't know why they were coated. Maybe because they were coated in something, maybe they needed different treatment. Listen, I'm only learning every year, every time. So next year I will find out what should I do with those seeds for them to germinate, because this time they didn't at all. We had 4 of those in this tray. As you remember, we also had 4 of them in this box, and different box, and didn't grow neither. Here we have got the black cherry tomato, so they are fine. They're tiny, but obviously they are small little tomatoes, so the plant itself is smaller, and they are fine. Like I said, one again didn't grow, but I had a double in few of them just in case, and they're fine. So I've got 9 of them here. So we're gonna repot all of them today, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. I have had quite a lot of questions after my last video about leggy tomato, and I did explain the situation, and I did show you my tomato plants earlier. Now they're bigger, so you can see it. You would think they are leggy, and some people would throw them away and start all over again. Please don't do this. you can probably see they have got a tiny little hair on the stem. So those hair, they would grow into roots, and they will draw all of those nutritions and a food from the soil for the tomato plant to grow bigger and stronger. So don't worry about them. We're gonna bury them as deep as we can, and they're gonna be fine. Let's start. So what we have here, we have got two sizes of pots, one big one, one small one. Obviously, like I said, because those plants, they need to be buried quite deep, I needed deeper pots for them. For the cherry tomato, we need the small ones. That would be enough. I have got my box with my soil all ready, and what I have done so far is to put a little bit of soil underneath already in those pots, and then we're gonna put the plant in. Those trays are very good to start your seeds. As you can see, you can remove them, you can water them from underneath, so you can use them for little plants. You have got a pot as well, the dome for it, with a little light. I will put a link in my description box to show you, if you want to buy them, to show you where to get them from. They're really good. They really do help with starting your seeds. As you can see, a beautiful root system, massive. Some of them are hanging. This is how many roots they actually have. Look at that. Beautiful root system. They're very clear, so you can see exactly what is underneath. Then you can put them in a box and water them inside. Great. I really do recommend those boxes for anyone who wants to start the plants. The easiest way to take a plant out is to poke them from underneath with a long stick. Poke them through and they will all come out. Should come out very easily. We're gonna try that if I'm gonna find something. Label should go through. Perfect. So we can start taking them out one by one. There you go. Beautiful. Another one. Gorgeous. Don't know if you can hear it, but we have got a wild cat that we look after, living in our back garden. There's 3 of them, 2 brothers and a sister. They called Gingy, Elsa and Ed Sheeran. They live in a garden during the day, but for evening we always taking them inside and feed them, and they stay overnight in our utility room where our plants are. Same room. It's nice and warm over there because of the plants, and because of the cats we have got the heating over there. So okay, I crushed a few of them, but that's fine because I don't need every single one of them. So anyway, yesterday evening, one of them, when the cats came back for night, we've noticed that one of them has got a big wound on his belly, very big one, and we thought he maybe cut himself by jumping on the fence or trying to jump and catch something somewhere. We didn't know what it was. It was 11 o'clock at night, so it was too late to take him to vet. We cleared the wound, kept him warm overnight, put a little bandage over. It wasn't bleeding anymore. It was just some kind of a weird pus coming from it. Next morning, 8:30, the moment they opened the vet, we were already outside waiting with him. We saw the ladies at the local vet, and they're amazing. All of those people that work in our vet here in Mijak, in our village, they're just great. Very helpful. All never say no to anything, to any animals. Even if they are super busy, they will take the animal regardless. So we brought our Gingy, our white cat, to them, dropped him off, and they said they're gonna take care of him and let us know. A few hours later, they called and said he just had his stitches on. He's ready to picked up. It turns out he had a abscess growing. This is what they think. There was an abscess growing in his belly, and it burst. So this is what caused the wound and the weeping. And the cat, well, it looked like a cat to start with. So now he has got the antibiotic for 7 days. He has got the stitches on him, and we keep him in a utility room. We don't let him out for the next 7 days to make sure that the wound is healed and he's healthy. But unfortunately, his sister Elsa, she's sitting by the door, by the back door, and meowing, and he's meowing inside. He really wants to go out. I know he does, but he can't at the moment. And that's my chickens. Can you hear my chickens? I think they're laying an egg. Honestly, all those noise here, you can easily say you in a rural France when you've got cat meowing, chicken making noise, letting you know they've got an egg. And we also have got a donkey. Now we have a donkey, but our neighbor across the road has got the one donkey on his field. I don't think one donkey is a good idea. Anyway, I think donkeys should be in pairs. That's what I've heard. I'm not an expert in animals, but I think this is what I've heard. They should be in pairs. So anyway, he has got a donkey in his field at the back of his house across the road. And we can hear him sometimes in the morning. So yeah, that's the noise you can hear when you live in a rural France. Chickens, donkeys, cats. Because I have got more than I need, my tomato plants, I'm gonna pick the strongest one, the best one, and the one that I didn't snap the roots when I was taking them out of the pot. This is why I always sow more than I need. A few more, just in case, because you never know. There you go, look at that. From the leggy tomato to this. Once we repot all of our tomato, we're gonna start feeding them, giving them extra food to grow. And I'm gonna show you later what do I use for my tomato. This is why I don't recommend sowing plants, especially tomato, in a big pot all together and then separate them, because you can, those roots that are very delicate, you can very easily damage them. That's why I prefer to have a one each in each pot. This is why those trays are very handy for that. And if I'm lucky, if I can put the whole thing out and bury it in a bigger pot. It's very easy to damage them, and I've damaged few root system today by taking them out, not paying too much attention. Oh, it's raining. A little showers. The weather gets worse recently over the last few days. It's been very grey and cold here. Not freezing temperatures, but not like we had a few days ago. Beautiful sunny days. We were working in a garden. I was working in a garden in a t-shirt. A little bit cooler now. So here we have got 10 tomato plants, all repotted individually, up to the first set of leaves. They're in a little box, so we can now start watering them from the bottom, because the roots are quite deep, buried very deep at the bottom of the little pots. They're gonna be start drinking water from the bottom. Next, we're gonna do a cherry tomato. So we have got quite a few of them. I only need 6, maybe 7. I won't have more than that. I keep saying I'm on my own, but I will be using it for cooking, so I might actually do more. Let's do 8. 8 tomatoes. Very easy. Take them out from the box. Look at this root system as well. It's really good. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna poke them from the bottom a little bit to loosen them, and then we're gonna wiggle the box and lift them all up. I'm gonna fill the boxes right up, because they're not as tall as the other plants, so we can easily bury them in the soil. Right, got boxes full. Gonna make a little hole. They're not as tall as the one before, so the boxes are filled with soil already. I've already told you that before. Come on, baby. We came to England with a 3 cats. 3. We have got Merlin. That was our first cat. Then we had Daenerys. That's one girl. And then we got Loki, a pure black cat. So there were our 3 animals we came from England with. After that, I got my chickens, 3 of my girls. Then in the garden next door, it's not even our garden, it's the garden next door that is not really used. It's abandoned garden. There were 3 kittens born last year around May, and when they were big enough to start wandering around, they started coming to our garden, and we started feeding them, because how could you not feed a little kittens, a beautiful kittens? They coming to your back door. Obviously, you know they're hungry, you know they need food. I know people saying stop feeding them because they won't go away, and they didn't. They didn't go away. Quite opposite, they coming into the house whenever our back door are open. Whenever we're in the garden, they come and sit on our laps. They always coming for dinner and to sleep in a utility room every night. They like our cats now. It's just they don't live indoors during the day, only because we haven't got enough space at the moment. We do extension this year in our house, so at the moment they have to stay where they are. And after that, in October last year, I adopted my dog, which you probably have seen already in my previous little videos. My beautiful dog, my beautiful adopted dog, Momo. He's gorgeous. He's 8 years old, and I adopted him from a dog place, dog refuge in Limoges, not far from us, around our drive. Loads of my friends that live in a village here work as a volunteers in this place. So I have seen loads of posts about dogs needed home, rehoming, and just couldn't say no. And I was very lucky to get my Momo, my beautiful doggy. Great, all done. Now is the time for the Polish raspberry big tomato. And red cherry tomato. Oh, look, I've got one. One red cherry tomato. I will keep this one. We'll see if it's gonna grow. Oh, haven't noticed that. Great boxes. Keep saying, honestly, worth buying them. They're not very expensive, and doesn't matter if you're in England or in France. I'm gonna leave a link to Amazon. Easy. You know what? I can actually smell them now. God. Beautiful smell of tomato. Look at this one. Beautiful. Oh, my Elsa is walking around my feet all the time. She definitely wants the cuddles. Elsa, come on, baby. All done. Got a big tomato, raspberry tomato from Poland, and another two here. Here we have got cherry tomato. They all been sown on a 16th of February. And this one is and this tomato are from my neighbor, not my neighbor's seeds. Now we're gonna water them, and they're gonna go back to my utility room under the lights. Well, we repotted tomato plants today. They're all in the trays and they have been watered, so I only pour the water at the bottom in those trays. So they're gonna drain the water through those holes, from the roots up. We have got neighbor's tomato, we have got Polish big raspberry tomato, and we have got black cherry tomato. Red cherry tomato did not germinate. A part of one, which we've already established, there's a one that is growing right here. I'm gonna leave it, gonna take it back inside to see if it's gonna grow. I'm gonna have to find out why those little pink pearls looking seeds, the coated seeds, why they didn't germinate this year. Another thing that I've noticed this year, even though I have got my utility room heated and I have got lovely growing lamps, it wasn't, I think, warm enough. And I'm gonna show you later, my pepper is not growing very well. Barely any of the seeds germinated. Don't know why, but I've got few, so I'm gonna show you later. very slowly, which pepper does take a long time to germinate. But I've got my aubergines out. I'll show you all this later. And for the next year, or maybe this year, I'm gonna definitely invest in heated mats. So I'm gonna buy 4 heated mats. They're not very expensive. I actually checked recently. They were on a sale. Maybe because it's a growing season now. I'm gonna buy 4 of them. I will see, maybe because I'm still gonna do some seeds, so maybe it's worth buying this year. And they're very good. They're very good because you can set the temperature and they will keep the soil warm all the time. It will help with pepper, for example, aubergines, those plants that need warmer soil. I will see. I might actually buy them soon. It will definitely help with a few plants, but it's not bad. I'm gonna show you what I've got. I've got loads of flowers showing as well, but that's for later. For now, I'm gonna take those trays indoors into my utility room under the light, because they have to have lots of light now to grow. And tomato will be done for now until they're gonna be ready to be moved into soil, into the raised beds. Probably good 4 weeks, and when the weather is gonna get better and better, they will be ready to be moved. If you have got a greenhouse, you can do it sooner. Unfortunately, I haven't got one yet. Definitely, it's on my list. It might be sooner than I hope. We'll see. Well, another video done. Repotted the tomato plants. If you started around the time with me, around the 16th of February, sowing your plants and your tomatoes, let me know how your tomatoes are doing, how big they are. Have you repotted them yet? Are they growing under lights or not? Are they in a greenhouse? Where are you? In which climate zone you are? Because that's important as well. Let me know. I would like to know how you're doing. And if you like this video, I'm asking all the time, please share, please like and subscribe. It does really help massively with my channel. I would love to hear from you. Any questions, any advice, very welcome. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.